My name is Kara. I'm the American Marijuana video reviewer.
My name is Josh. I'm the American Marijuana Review Writer. Today, we wanted to do a video on a man who's inspired us the most in the medical marijuana industry.
The man who has inspired us the most in the medical marijuana industry is none other than Mr. Steve Kubby himself. He is a political activist. He helped to pass the California Proposition 215, a ballot to legalize medical marijuana. He overcame symptoms of cancer after smoking marijuana, where he then realized it impacted his extreme hypertension.
Mr. Covey is a prime example that the properties of marijuana save lives and aid in healing. This is why Mr. Covey is today the face of medical marijuana. Mr. Covey, he is a man of great wisdom, integrity, and strength. He is the reason why we can set goals within this industry and strive to reach them.
Mr. Kubby never gave up on pursuing his dream of making medical marijuana legal. He wrote various books about legalizing medical marijuana.
Mr. Covey was incarcerated in the year 2006. Upon his incarceration, he was mocked because of his beliefs. At one time, they didn't even give him his cannabis intake, which led to almost costing Mr. Covey his life. After this, Mr. Covey helped to legalize marijuana, and he has become a legend in this industry. And today, I would like to ask Kara a few questions how Mr. Covey's journey has impacted her life. Kara, how has Mr. Covey impacted you?
Mr. Kubby has impacted me on not only seeing that he never gave up on his dreams of the medical marijuana legalization, but the fact that he never stopped even after becoming incarcerated and almost losing his life due to it.
Wow. I would say the same thing that, as I've mentioned before, I've had a passion with helping people. Well, seeing Mr. Covey's journey shows that sometimes, even in the midst of trying to help those people that we have such a desire to help, things happen. But we have to ask ourselves, are we going to allow that to slow us down? Or are we going
Mm-hmm.
to allow that to be the motivation which fuels us to reaching that dream and accomplishing that goal? So Mr. Covey has impacted my life in that
Mm-hmm.
way as well.
And it is very motivational seeing him come so far through all these years of working so hard to have medical marijuana legalized.
Absolutely. Being able to press through the ropes,
Mm-hmm.
even in the midst of pain, even in the midst of hurt, even in the midst of everyone, basically mocking him and saying that he was a fool and, a variety of other things, it didn't give up. And because of that, today, he's a legend in this industry, which has led him to create American Marijuana,
Mm-hmm.
which we're so excited to be a part of, knowing that we're following in his footsteps. And one thing that I myself hope to be able to accomplish at the end of this is one day saying, hey, I joined American Marijuana as the review writer with a goal, with a dream of becoming something more than I am. And I can say that Mr. Covey, his journey has what inspired me to do that. How about you?
Yes, sir, it has. It is just amazing to see his story and just to read about him and to know that he worked so hard to have medical marijuana legalized. And now today I'm able to say I'm a medical marijuana user because of him.
Absolutely. So, just out of curiosity, you had mentioned that he was an author. Do you know, like, one of the names of his books or?
Yes, he has authored a book, Yes Cannabis, Yes We Cannabis, and
Yeah, I think he's also authored "Why We Should Legalize Marijuana,"
mhm,
and that's so inspiring because he uses his ability and his pain and his struggles as a way to put things together and then orchestrate that into impacting the lives of those people around him.
mhm,
And that's the kind of people I want to surround myself with. I could not be
exactly.
more excited to work for a company that's been through so much, but yet they didn't allow what they've been through to affect them, but they rather allowed it to motivate them and give them
Mhm.
the drive to accomplish their goals.
Absolutely, yes.
So, what other traits would you say that inspire you about Mr. Cubby other than he's a man of integrity and wisdom?
Just the fact of his, his tenacity and wanting to, work so hard to, achieve what he set his mind to. You don't see that much these days, and that has inspired me and wanting to work for him and be a great team member with him, and just be able to learn from him and, you know, kind of take on some of that he has and some of his goals and to achieve mine as well.
Absolutely. That's what I love about American marijuana because it's not a pyramid scheme, but it's a family scheme. And it's where Mr. Kubby, he's passing that baton down. You know, he's had his years of experience. He's went through the various things that he's went through, and now he's able to take that information, to take that wisdom, to take that knowledge that he's acquired over the
Mm-hmm.
years, and now pass it down to the people under him, like you and I.
Yes, sir.
You know, and even as just the review writer, and even as you as just, you know, the video reviewer, you know, everything that we're doing right now is all because of Mr. Kubby's efforts and his abilities to press through, his ability to persevere even in the midst of trial. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, I hope that at the end of this, that one thing I'm able to accomplish is not allowing the naysayers
Mm-hmm.
to affect us in a way that we don't, you know, accomplish our dreams. And I
Mm-hmm.
know one time we had done a video where you had said that one of your biggest fears or one of your biggest weaknesses is allowing what people say to affect you.
Yeah, it
And that
is.
is definitely mine too. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I have the strength to persevere in the way that Mr. Covey did with
Yeah,
my goals.
I agree very much.
Absolutely. And you know, another thing that's just crazy is he was incarcerated in the year 2006, and upon his incarceration, these officers, these law-abiding officers, they was, you know, making a mockery out of this man, saying, you know, hey, you have this marijuana, you know, you want this marijuana for recreational purposes. And Mr. Covey and his wife was both expressing their concerns. Hey, this is saving our life. This is what's giving us what we need, and they didn't do it, and because of that, it almost cost his life.
That's insane. I can't even imagine.
Well, hey guys, this is Josh, your new American Marijuana review writer, and this is Kara, your American Marijuana.
A video reviewer.
And today we wanted to just share a little bit with you guys of why we're so excited to be on this journey with American Marijuana, and that reason is only because of Mr. Steve Covey himself, who was challenged, who overcame, and he's now the face of medical marijuana, and we couldn't be more happy to follow in his footsteps.